my camera just lost focus. It doesn't want to focus on me. There we go. Okay, camera, you don't like me. That's fine. So I'm here this morning because at Rice Lake, which is located in the Lower Seymour Conservation area, I chose to come here today because in my mind, I've been here many times during the day and it's been beautiful. It's just so nice, both in October and in the summer, and I can't believe how incredible the light is here. It offers so much different variety of things to see. And I'm here this morning and I think I am the third car in the parking lot. There's just two people that have pulled in now. I think they're all fishermen. I've seen a lot of people fishing here because they do deposit trout. I decided to wake up early today for a sunrise. Usually Vancouver's not, to me anyways, Vancouver's not the greatest spot for sunrises because of the location of where the mountains are. And, if I was to want to have no city and more of a landscape vibe to the photos, I'd have to get out of the GVRD. I'd have to go out to somewhere more open and, doesn't have obstructions. And I'd still say like Maple Ridge or Chilliwack, places like that, only because it's a little bit more flatter in terms of open farmland, I want to say. But yeah, I've tried it in terms of getting up to the mountains here and trying to find good viewpoints for sunrise, but particularly because it's quieter, a lot less people that are going to be around you. It's nice to check out kind of private spots that offer a beautiful vantage point, but are also very secretive and kind of give you a little bit of just a little bit of serenity in the morning. And there's nothing like waking up early and then telling yourself it's all going to be worth it in the end. And sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. It's like a 70-30 game where you're taking a gamble, going out and waking up early, packing your stuff, and seeing what you can get. And I haven't had any bad issues before with sunrises. I would say, again, December, January, February is a bit easier. Like right now is November and it is easier to get up for sunrise because it's not an ungodly hour like the summer and spring where it just goes to like 4:30, 3:30 in the morning, and then you have to account for getting there earlier, which would include being almost an hour earlier. So that also factors into making plans for getting out. So I'm just going to Rice Lake and I'm taking the Rice Lake loop just to get there, and I've been here many times, but today is the first day that it's actually kind of not only overcast but foggy, and also the first time I'm doing sunrise. But I did tell myself I'm determined to come here to check out the conditions at sunrise or when it's a bit more quiet, because it is a really popular trail. The area itself has many hikes, and a lot of the hikes right now, some of the trails are actually closed due to the flooding that's happening in BC. And I mean, the news, there's been lots of unfortunate events happening around outside of the Vancouver area, particularly in Hope, Lytton. We have one Highway 99 and Highway 1, a lot of other highways closed. There's actually a road, the Coquihalla Highway, there's a section of it that actually collapsed and the road just crumbled underneath all of the water. and a lot of people were kind of isolated in Hope and cut off in Lytton. It actually turned out that Vancouver itself was cut off from the rest of the province of British Columbia, so it was a very unfortunate thing, and it's still happening right now. People are having to leave their cars in Hope and getting either a charter plane out or finding a different accommodation, but it's crazy. I think the last time it happened was in the 50s, I believe, but I'll link the news articles and everything below. But yeah, so I'm here in Rice Lake. I haven't been to this trail, Sunrise, before, as I mentioned, but I feel that this morning probably was not the most opportune time to come out here, because I expected fog and mist, and I expected a little bit more light and sun, and right now it's looking a little dreary, overcast, flat, not so much of what I want to kind of hang out and take photos of, but I still get a hike out of it. I still get an exercise, so I'm okay with that. I don't mind kind of hanging out here and there's nobody around and checking out the area when it's a bit more quiet. It's not that dark actually. It's pretty nice, but yeah, I'm gonna go check out the lake and see you guys soon. Hey guys, so as you can see, the scene behind me is gorgeous. I'm actually just going to be talking a little bit quieter because I feel that it's very quiet. Here is this. I can hear myself breathing. So I'm going to talk a little bit quieter because I don't want to be that obnoxious person that in the movie theater is just making way too much noise and disrupting the peace and quiet of the area. Especially, I don't want to piss off the fishermen because there's more of them than there's of me. So I want to keep their peace. So to this scene here, it's actually so beautiful. I was really hoping for a little bit more fog on the water and more light and sun or some kind of, morning glow to come out, because it is right now, it's around, let's see, 7:30. 7:30 is basically sunrise time right now, and because it's socked in and it's overcast, and I'm in the mountains in the Seymour area, so it's going to be a lot more cloudy, foggy, rainy. It's more unpredictable. If I was down by the beach and maybe in the Kitsilano area or Ambleside, it's a lot more clear, and I possibly could be missing a really nice sunrise light right now because the last 2 days have been amazing. Beautiful pinks and purples, but regardless, I'm here. I chose to commit to this. So this is the scene behind me, and I really wanted to take this shot because it's really peaceful, very simple, and I like the way that the fog is moving through a lot of those trees there, and I like the contrast of the colors of the trees because there's a little bit of fall color left. And our October has been interesting because a lot of the trees have been changing colors different times, and usually it's like a good solid month and you have the transition happen, but recently it's just been the trees will rapidly change to that orange, bright orange, yellow, muddy green, and then it just goes, the leaves fall. But right now I've seen half the trees are brown, half of them are orange, and half of them are green still. So it's been harder to get more colorful pictures this year, but it's based on weather and temperature and things like that. So hopefully next year is a bit better. Okay, so I just finished shooting. I actually decided to use my Nisi filters. And the reason it's like a neutral density filter that I decided to put on because of the beautiful fog that's just behind, and it's moving slowly, but I wanted a little bit more of an ethereal look to it. So I decided to just leave it for a good 30 seconds. It's pretty dark out, so hopefully the shot comes out. And here it is. on a side note, you guys, I'm near this one place. It's like a bench that I guess it's a bench that's been commissioned, or someone had paid the city to put this bench here in this park. And to be honest, I really would love one of these if I was to pass away or as a memorial of some sort. And I just think it's the nicest idea because you can put a plaque on it and you can send your own little personal message. And I think it's such a nice way to remember people. And I don't know why it appealed to me right now, but I guess in my back of my mind I've always thought about that. But I noticed them and I thought that's kind of an interesting way to make a memorial for somebody. So I like that. And yeah, just a side note. So one thing I want to mention, let's not focus. Okay, camera, you do you. Oh my goodness, just cooperate. Okay, so one thing I wanted to say is that for sunrise, to get up, one trick I do as a kind of a mental trick to myself is I end up not looking at the alarm, not looking at my clock, jumping into the bathroom, having everything actually prepped before, like my clothes and my camera and my batteries charged and everything ready to go. So what I do is I essentially just have everything outside of my bedroom just ready, and so when I get out of the bedroom and I don't look outside, I don't look how dark it is, I just get up, I run to the bathroom, I start kind of getting prepped, listen to YouTube videos, and and then just kind of make myself a coffee and go. Reason being is if you don't tell yourself what time it is, you won't dread how early it is you've woken up. That's my trick. So if you guys want to utilize it, go for it. It's worked so far, and that's what kind of makes me laugh at myself when I'm like, how are you getting up at sunrise? And it's like, I gotta get to sleep at like 8 or 9. I go to sleep at 12. So who are we kidding? It ends up never being the full 8 hours that I need. But it doesn't matter. It all works out in the end.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents.
So here I decided to change my lens to a telephoto, and the reason is because there's a little duck that's in the lake right now, and I am having the greatest time watching him. He's getting closer and kind of rushes away, but I think he's teasing me, and I'm pretty sure he wants me to take pictures of him. So I read the signs. I'm going to take pictures of him, and hopefully they turn out. But fair warning, I am not a nature photographer. I do not have the lens for it or the camera body for it. I literally have a full frame, and cropped sensor is much better for having better shutter speed and for getting. I don't even have the lens for it. I have a 70-200. Oh my god, thank you. Okay, 70-200 lens, and I was f4. Oh, so use a shot, and let's see what happens with Mr. Duck.
A bigger scale, the world inhales as we go. I wouldn't want it any other way, no. Dreamy, breezy, we go.
I'm gonna stick around in this one area. This is like the third spot I stopped at. I'm gonna stop here, I'm gonna hang out, because I just saw the most beautiful scene, and it's through my telephoto. Once I changed it to get shots of the ducks, that elusive ducks, who's still over there playing games with me, I decided to turn the camera around to my left side, and I just saw the most beautiful reflection shots. So this is the thing with telephoto lenses, they are so underrated, and I know a lot of photographers already say this, but I'm going to repeat it over and over. Telephoto is not only for distance, it is a great camera, it's a great lens. It's a great lens to change your perspective of exactly the same scene, because a wide lens obviously gives you more, but sometimes less, and more narrow, and more simple is the best route. So it's a good lens to try when you can't figure out the composition, but you're in the area. And if you're kind of, just trying to experiment with different shots and you don't have the best lighting, sometimes it's good to see the area around and see what kind of detail shots you can get, even with the telephoto. It's worth a try. So I found another memorial bench. Again, I don't know if it's commissioned by the city, but I like them. I find that it's actually a very nice addition to the park. This one doesn't have a message, but regardless, cool idea. Quiet, peaceful. This is actually really good. I feel like on this little side of the trail, the sound can be a little bit cut off, but I think the other side over there, like the trail's loop, it can definitely hear me, or the sound travels, but it's just so nice. It is good. It's me, some ducks, and my camera. So that's the end of my video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe, and I'd love to hear your comments below, and let me know if you have any kind of other hikes or lakes like this that are local, North Shore or outside, that you'd love for me to check out. I really appreciate, again, the viewer, and you guys kind of So, the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate the views, and always, as I say, please subscribe. It helps me, and it also is really nice to hear what you guys have to say about in the comments. Let me know if there's other places you need me to check out, or around your area, lakes like this, little trails, parks, forests. I love going to those places and finding these little gems in the city. So thanks so much, and until next time.